In this chapter, we will learn about the structure and functions of local self-government in the villages, known as the Panchayati Raj. Panchayati Raj is a system of self-government at the village level. Through this, local people participate in the governance of their own region and are able to identify and solve their own localized problems. Structure. The Panchayati Raj is a three-tier system. For the sake of administration, each state is divided into districts, blocks and villages. The Panchayati Raj works at these three levels. At the village level, it forms the Gram Panchayat. At the block level, it forms the Block Samiti or the Panchayat Samiti. And at the district or Zilla level, there is the Zilla Parishad. The Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat and the Nyaya Panchayat form the Gram Panchayat at the village level. The Gram Sabha is the basic administrative unit. It consists of all men and women in a village above 18 years of age who have the right to vote. If the population of a village is less, 2-3 villages can have one Gram Sabha. The members of the Gram Sabha elect a leader who is called the Sarpanch. He is also called the Panchayat President. The Gram Sabha has the following functions. It plays an important role in ensuring that the Gram Panchayat performs its duties efficiently. It approves all the plans for the work of the Gram Panchayat. It evaluates the work and the accounts of income and expenditure of the Gram Panchayat. It acts as a check on the powers of the Gram Panchayat and has the power to remove any Panchayat member if he or she indulges in unfair practices such as misusing money. It helps the Gram Panchayat to become responsible. It is the day of Gram Sabha meeting. A large number of men and women have assembled under the ancient banyan tree in the center of the village. The Sarpanch Ramlal addresses the gathering. Bhaiyo and Behno, the agenda of our meeting today is to pass a proposal to repair the road in front of the primary school building. One member says, during the rains, the road gets totally submerged. It becomes very difficult for the children to go to school. A woman member says, we must repair the road immediately. It is important that the children are able to go to school safely. As all the members agree, the Sarpanch decides to ask the Gram Panchayat to begin the repair work of the road immediately. Ramlal then calls an elderly female, Lajo Devi, who comes and stands at the middle. All the people start whispering. Ramlal says, Lajo Devi, you have not paid your taxes for the past few months. In spite of many reminders, what should we do? Sir, I will pay all my taxes soon. Please forgive me. I could not pay because I was outside the village for work for the past few months. Please do not punish me. Lajo Devi pleads, her hands folded. We can give you a month's time. You have to clear all your dues by that time. Ramlal says. Next on the agenda is to approve the Gram Panchayat budget. Ramlal says. Thus the meeting continues. The Gram Panchayat, every village Panchayat is divided into wards, that is, smaller areas. Each ward elects a representative who is known as the ward member, Panch. The Sarpanch and the ward members, or the Panchs, form the Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat members are elected for a period of 5 years. Seats are reserved for members of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. 50% of the total number of seats are reserved for women. The Gram Panchayat has a secretary who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. He is not elected but is appointed by the government. The secretary is responsible for calling the meetings of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. He also keeps the record of the proceedings. Functions of the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat has the following functions: providing basic amenities such as clean drinking water and sanitation facilities to the villagers, maintaining wells, tanks and pumps, collecting taxes and fees, maintaining healthcare centers and providing basic healthcare facilities to the people, constructing and maintaining roads, street lights, etc., maintaining records of births and deaths in the village, providing educational facilities, constructing and maintaining school buildings, looking over the buying and selling of village properties. Sources of income. To perform all its functions, the Gram Panchayat gets grants from the state government. It also imposes taxes on houses, shops and farms in the village and gets a share from the sale of cattle and property in the village. Nyaya Panchayat. The Nyaya Panchayat is like a mini court. There is one Nyaya Panchayat for 3 to 4 villages. Its members are elected by the Gram Panchayat. The Nyaya Panchayat has the following functions. It resolves minor disputes in the villages, such as petty thefts, and provides speedy justice. The Nyaya Panchayat can impose fines on a person if found guilty, but it cannot send him to prison. If a person is not satisfied with the judgment of the Nyaya Panchayat, he can appeal to a higher court. Block Samiti. In states with a population of more than 20 lakh, there is a block Samiti for a block of 20 to 60 villages. It is the link between the Gram Panchayat and the district administration. Members of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, the Legislative Council and the Legislative Assembly from the block become the members of the Block Samiti. Seats are reserved for women and for members of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Some members of the Block Samiti are elected by the people of the block. The Block Samiti members elect a chairperson or Pramukh as well as a vice chairperson or the Up-Pramukh. The state government appoints a block development officer, BDO, to take care of the administration. The functions of the Block Samiti are as follows. It supervises the working of the Gram Panchayats within the block. It also undertakes various social welfare schemes and relief work during times of drought and natural disasters. It provides basic education to the children. The Block Samiti's income comes from the state government in the form of grants, from taxes on property, cattle exhibitions, fairs as well as water and electricity. Block Samiti. In states with a population of more than 20 lakh, there is a Block Samiti for a block of 20 to 60 villages. It is the link between the Gram Panchayat and the district administration. Members of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, the Legislative Council and the Legislative Assembly from the block become the members of the Block Samiti. Seats are reserved for women and for members of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Some members of the Block Samiti are elected by the people of the block. The Block Samiti members elect a chairperson or Pramukh as well as a vice chairperson or the Up-Pramukh. The state government appoints a block development officer, BDO, to take care of the administration. The functions of the Block Samiti are as follows. It supervises the working of the Gram Panchayats within the block. It also undertakes various social welfare schemes and relief work during times of drought and natural disasters. It provides basic education to the children. The Block Samiti's income comes from the state government in the form of grants, from taxes on property, cattle exhibitions, fairs as well as water and electricity. Participation of women in Panchayati Raj. Women are increasingly participating in the Panchayati Raj system. They are members of the Gram Sabha. Many women want to contest Panchayat elections, while many areas have women Sarpanch. Some even have all-women Panchayats. In a significant step, the government has reserved 50% of all seats in the Panchayats for women. As a result, women are able to play a bigger role in the Panchayats. More participation of women would mean better management of funds and better approach towards projects and issues such as sanitation, education of girls, domestic violence, and alcohol de-addiction. Panchayati Raj, a brief historical overview. In January 1957, a committee was set up by the Government of India under the prominent social activist and freedom fighter Balwant Rai Mehta to examine the functioning of the Community Development Programme 1952 and the National Extension Service 1953 and recommend ways to improve them. The committee, better known as the Balwant Rai Mehta Committee, presented a roadmap for implementing the scheme of democratic decentralization that finally came to be known as Panchayati Raj. The committee proposed the establishment of a three-tier Panchayati Raj system: Gram Panchayat at the village level, Panchayat Samiti at the block level, and Zilla Parishad at the district level. The recommendations of the committee were approved by the National Development Council (NDC) in January 1958. This system was adopted by state governments during the 1950s and 60s as laws were passed to establish panchayats in various states. It also found backing in the Indian Constitution with the 73rd Amendment in 1992 to accommodate the idea. The Amendment Act of 1992 contains provision for devolution of powers and responsibilities to the panchayats, both for the preparation of economic development plans and social justice, as well as for implementation in relation to 29 subjects listed in the 11th schedule of the Constitution.